started yet? No, not yet. We're gonna give the audience like 5 minutes to get settled first. Probably time to make a cup of tea. Great, I'll do that. Thanks. Did I miss anything? No. Sit down. We're gonna start in a few minutes. Care for a cuppa? Oh no, that's alright. I brought my own snacks. Shall we begin? Welcome to the show. I'm your MC for the evening, your court jester of sorts. As you hopefully already know, this is the classical story of Shakespeare's King Lear. Wait, really? This was a Marvel movie. I am not sitting 4 hours. Patricide brought a Marvel movie. But it's not 4 hours of Civil Unravels and Patricide. Our show is divided into 3 episodes over as many nights, which is hopefully a bit more digestible than 4 straight hours of sibling rivalry. Really? You think that this was a Marvel movie?
Did you really think it was a Marvel movie?
Alright, before we begin, I have a few important matters to discuss. First, please, no flash photography, as that will be distracting to the actors on the stage. Oh, and also make sure not to leave any garbage and pick it up. The producers paid a lot of money for this venue and you better treat it with respect. As I was saying, I would like to begin by first acknowledging the land on which our production was filmed. Toronto has been the home to the Seneca, the Huron-Wendat, and the Mississaugas of the Credit for thousands of years, and we are so grateful to be able to create art on this space. We encourage you to connect with your local Indigenous art makers like the Native Earth Performing Arts here in Toronto. I would also like to lay out some content warnings before the show begins. This show begins with mental illness, familial abuse, suicide, violence, and death. For more information on these topics and how you can get help, please consult our program. Tonight is the final installment, and in this final episode, we will be following King Lear on his journey to humility. I am the king's closest companion and a reflection of his dearest Cordelia. I will be here the whole way through, taking your hand and guiding you through the murky waters that is Shakespearean text. You will see me, the fool, coming around every once in a while to clear things up, push things forward, and sometimes, for the heck of it, mess things up a bit more. Without further ado, let's begin.
Sundays, too, my father got up early and put his clothes on in the blue-black cold, and then with cracked hands that ached from labor in the weekday, weather-made banked fires blaze. No one ever thanked him.
I'd wake and hear the cold splintering, breaking. When the rooms were warm, he'd call, and slowly I would rise and dress, fearing the chronic angers of that house.
Speaking indifferently to him who had driven out the cold and polished my good shoes as well, what did I know? What did I know of love's austere and lonely offices?
One girl, a full head taller than the other, into their Sunday dresses. First, the slip, hardly a piece of fabric, softly stitched and printed with a bud. I'm not their mother, and tangle, then untangle, the whole cloth. On backwards, have to grab it round their necks. But they know how to pull, arms in, a reflex of being dressed, and also a child's faith. The mass of stuff that makes the Sunday frocks collapses in my hands and finds its shape only because they understand the drape of it. These skinny keys to intricate locks. The buttons are a problem for a surgeon. How would she connect these bony valves and stubborn eyelets? The filmy dress revolves in my blind fingers. The slots work one by one. And when they're put together, not like puppets or those doll saints that bring tears to true believers, but living children, somebody's real daughters, they do become more real. They say, "Stop it," and "Give it back," and "I don't want to." They'll kiss a doll's hard features, whispering, "I'm sorry." I know just why my mother used to worry. Your clothes don't keep you close. It's nakedness. Clad in my boots and holster, I would roam with my 6-gun buddies. We dealt fake death to one another, fell and rolled in filth and rose, grimy with wounds, then headed home. But Sunday, what was that tired explanation given for wearing clothes that scratched and shone and weighed like a slow hour, that we should shine in gratitude? So I give that explanation, undressing them, and wait for the result. After a day like Sunday, such a long one, when they lie down half dead to be undone, they won't help me. They cry, "It's not my fault."
What makes that frontlet on? Methinks thou art too much late in the frown.
Faust was a pretty fellow when there has no need to care for her frowning. Now starts out an O without a figure. For I am better than thou art now, for even though I am a fool, thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth. I will bite my tongue as thou face bids me, though thou say nothing. Mum, he who has no crust, no crumb, weary of all shall want some. That's a shelled peace god.
Not only, sir, this your all-licensed fool, but others of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth into rank and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought that by making this well known unto you, to have found a safe redress. But now grow fearful, by what yourselves too late have said and done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the fault would not escape censure, for the redress is sleep, that in the tender of a wholesome wheel might in their workings do you that offense, that else for shame, then necessity will call discreet proceeding.
For you trown, uncle, the hedge sparrow done fed the cuckoo for so long that it done bit his head off. When I was young and the candle went out, we were all left dark.
Are you our daughter?
Sir, I would you make use of that good wisdom whereof I know you are fraught, and put aside dispositions that of late transform you from what you rightly are.
Does not an ass know when the cart pulls the horse? Whoops, Chuck, I love thee.
Doth Lear know me? This is not Lear. Doth Lear walk thus, speak thus? Where are his eyes? Either his nature is weakened, his discerning's lethargy. Ha! Waking? 'Tis not so. Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn it, for by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded I had daughters.
That would make thee an obedient father.
Your name, fair gentlewoman?
This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of your other new pranks. I do beseech you to know my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, you should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manner, does show more like a tavern or a brothel than a graced palace. The shame itself does speak for instant remedy.
Darkness and devils! Prepare my horses, gather my train! Degenerate bastard, yet I'll not trouble thee. I have left a daughter.
You strike at my people,
and your disordered rabble make servants of their betters.
Art thou come, sir? Is it your will? Speak, sir. Prepare my horses. In gratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend, thou art more hideous when thou showest thee in a child than in the sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Degenerate kite, thou liest. My train are men of choice and rarest parts, that all particulars of their duty do know, and in every regard support the worships of their name. O most small fault, how ugly didst thou and Cordelia show, that like an engine wrenched the frame of my nature, drew all love from my heart, and added to the gall. Lear, 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 beat at this gate that let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out. Go, go, my people.
My lord, I am guiltless as I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
I will tell thee. Here, nature, here, God is here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and never from her degenerate body let spring a child to honor her. If she must teem, make the child spleen that it may live and torment her, that it may stamp wrinkles into her brow of youth, and with cadent tears carve channels into her cheeks. Turn all her motherly pains and benefits into laughter and content, that she may feel how like a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child! Away! Away!
Now, gods that we adore, whereof comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know the cause, but let his disposition have that scope that dotage gives it.
With all my men at a fortnight!
What's the matter, sir?
I am ashamed to say that thou hast shaken my manhood thus, that these tears which burst from me perforce do make thee work them. Hold fond eyes. Cease this crying, or I'll pluck ye out and cast thee with the waters thou losest to temper clay. Yea, is it come to this? Let it be so. Yet I have left a daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she hearest this of thee, with her nails she'll claw thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt find that I shall assume a shape that thou dost think I have cast off forever. Thou shalt, I warn thee.
If a man's brains were in his heels, weren't not in danger of chives,
Aye, boy.
well then I pray thee, good uncle, be merry, for thy wit shall ne'er go slipshod.
Ha ha ha.
Shall say thy other daughter will treat thee more kindly, so she's as like to that as a crab is to an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell,
Why, what canst thou tell, my boy?
that she will taste as much as a crab does to a crab. Canst thou tell when one's nose is in the middle of one's face? No. So that man's eyes might be on either side of one's nose, so that what he may not smell, he may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Canst thou tell why an oyster has a shell?
No?
Oh, nor can I, but I know why a snail has a house.
Why?
To keep his head in, and to not give it all to his daughters, and leave his horns without a case.
I will forget my nature. So kind a father. Be my horses ready?
Ah, the asses have all got about them. The reason why 7 stars is no more than 7 is a petty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Ah, yes indeed! That would make a good fool.
To take it again perforce, monster ingratitude.
If thou were my fool, good knuckle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shalt not have been old before thou hast been wise.
Oh, let me be not mad, sweet heavens, keep me in temper. I would not be mad.
nature to endure.
Let me alone.
Good uncle, enter here.
Don't break my heart.
It rather breaks mine own. Good uncle, enter.
Thou thinkest 'tis much that this contentious storm invades us to the skin. So 'tis to thee. Where the greater melody is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. Thou'lt shun a bear, but if thy flight lay toward a raging sea, thou'lt meet the bear in the mouth. When the mind is free, the body is delicate. The tempest in my mind doth take from my senses all feeling else save what beats there. Filial ingratitude! Is it not as this mouth should tear this hand for lifting food to it? But I will punish home. No, I will weep no more. It's such a night to shut me out. Pour on, I'll endure! And such a night as this! Oh, Regan! Goneril, your old kind father whose frank heart gave all! That way madness lies, let me shun that. No more of that.
Now, enter here.
Prithee, go in thyself. Seek thine own ease. The tempest will not give me leave to ponder on things, doth hurt me more. Then I'll go in. Houseless poverty. Nay, get me in. I'll pray and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm. How will your houseless heads, your unfed sides, your looped-in window raggedness defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have taken too little care of this. Take psychic pomp, expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, that thou mayst shake the superflux to them and show the heavens more just.
Away! The foul fiend follows me. Through the sharp hawthorn the cold wind blows. Go to thy cold bed and warm thee.
Hast thou given all to thy two daughters? And art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire and through flame, through whirlpool and ford, through bog and quagmire, who hath laid knives under his pillow, set ratsbane by his porridge, and through bay trotting horse led over 4-inch bridges, who bless thy 5 winds, poor Tom is a cold, oh do-de-do-de-do, bless thy whirlpool from star blasting and taking, oh, Tom the cold, poor Tom the cold.
What, have his daughters led him to this path? Couldst thou save nothing? Didst thou give them all?
Nay, he reserved a blanket, else we'll all been shamed.
Now all the plagues that in the pendulous air hang over men's thoughts light on thy daughters.
He hath no daughters, sir.
Death, traitor! Nothing could have subdued nature to such aloneness but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy over their flesh? Judicious punishment! 'Twas this flesh that begot those pelican daughters.
Lily-cock sat down, lily-cock hill, loo. This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen. Beware the foul fiend. Obey thy parents. Swear not. Keep thy words just.
What hast thou been?
A serving man, proud in heart and mind, that curled his hair, wore gloves in his cap, served the lust of his mistress's heart, and did the act of darkness with her. Swore as many oaths as I spake words, and in face of sweet heaven broke them. Mine will die dearly, and in women out paramored and turk, false of heart, light of ear, bloody of hand, hog in sloth, fox in stealth, wolf in greediness, dog in madness, lion in prey. Let not the creaking of shoes or the rustling of silks betray thy poor heart to woman. Keep thy hand out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pen out of lenders' books. Beware the foul fiend. Still through the hawthorn the cold wind blows, says swan, moon, ah, nani. Dolphin, my boy, sa! Let him trek by.
What, better thou wert in thy grave than to answer with thy uncovered body these extremities of the skies. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou owest the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Ah, here's 3 ounce are sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more than such a poor, bare-forked animal as thou art. Off, you lemmings, come unbutton here.
Prithee, Knuckle, be contented. It is a naughty night to swim in. A wildfire in a field. It's like an old lecher's heart. A small spark and all the rest on body's cold. Oh, look! Here comes a walking fire!
What is he? 'Tis the foul fleeing Liberty Gibbet, who starts at curfew and walks till the first hawk. He gives the hare lip, mildews the white wheat, and gives the whip and the pin. Who's there? What did you seek?
What are you there, your name?
I am poor Tom, who eats the swimming frog, the toad, the walnut, and the water, who, in the fury of his heart when the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads, swallows the dog ditch and the rat, eats mice and rats, and drinks the water of the standing pool, who hath had 6 shirts to his back, 5 suits to his body, but mice and rats and such small deer hath been Tom's food for 7 long years. Beware, my follower. Peace, smoking, the foul fiend, peace!
What hath your grace no better property?
The Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo he's called, and Mahu.
Our flesh and blood is grown so vile, my lord, that it doth hate what gets it.
Poor Tom's a cold.
Go in with me.
First, I will speak with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder?
Good uncle, take his offer. Go into the house.
I will speak first with this same learned Phoebus. What is your study? To defy the fiend and kill the vermin.
Importune him once more. To go, Knuckle. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughters seek his death. Oh, that good fool. He said it would be thus, poor banished man. Thou say'st the king grows mad. Truth to tell thee, friend, I am almost mad myself. I had a son. Now outlawed from my blood, he sought my life. Lately, very late, I loved him, friend. No father his son dear. Truth to tell thee, the grief hath crazed my wits. What a night's this. I do beseech your grace, come in.
Oh, cry your mercies. Noble philosopher, your company.
Come on, Sarah, let's go.
Come, let's in all. Poor Tom's a cold.
This way, Knuckle.
In fellow there, into the hovel.
Come, noble Athenian. Child Roland to the dark tower king. His word was still, fie, foe, and fun. I smell the blood of a British man.